Okay, it says I'm live. Woohoo! Here we go. It's Tuesday night. Hi, everybody. It's Tuesday night. Here we go. Starting a new week. Here we go. Jumping in with both feet. This is going to be a live video chat art show for adults because we use scissors and hot glue guns and heat guns and dangerous tools. And it is also a live chat show. So if you're watching this at a later time and you want to zip through the boring parts to get to the good parts, I invite you to do so. In the meantime, I will be interacting with my chat room. And as soon as I find them, let's find me. Let's find me. Here we go. And we're live. Oh, I thought I turned it down, and I guess I turned it up. That's all right. We'll get it. We'll get her. So it's Tuesday. We are going to do a devotion today, and it's going to be on worrying, and we're going to do some paint blobs. And so far, that's all I have written down to do. I'm sure there's more. I just can't think of anything at this moment. So let's see. I'm just waiting on a few people to get into the room. And it is August the 10th, which is a good thing. And I can go ahead and I was trying to do a few things in my junk journal. And I do have a few things in here that I've stashed, some papers, and I can probably put a few things in here, as a matter of fact. So let's see what I can find over here that might be interesting that I can use. Oh, I got these in some Happy Mail, so I can glue them down. Well, there's Janet Nash, and there's Vanessa. Hi. Surprise, here we are. I just came on. Tuesday at 6. Am I right? Is there something wrong? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I think I'm supposed to be here. I thought I was supposed to be here. I hope I'm supposed to be here. Vanessa's had a busy day today. What's Vanessa been doing? I've been on for 101 seconds. Wow, Vanessa. You got me a minute, a little bit over a minute, almost a minute and a half. It's Beth Day. It's Tuesday, Janet says. She stays up late on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays just for me. Thank you, Janet. It seems like I've been with you all day. I was up this morning. I was up yesterday morning and watched you, and then we were in a chat room. Was it Vanessa's chat room or Heather's chat room? I can't remember. I've seen Vanessa's and Janet and Heather's videos today. I can't even remember what I did this morning, Janet. I must have been out of it. I was hanging on. I was just barely hanging on by a thread. I think I was with Vanessa. I did too. Oh, it was Gigi. Yes, I was watching Gigi. I also watched Lori, Painty Girl, and Gigi did a doll, and so did Lori, and they uploaded their videos for the Hop for Friday, and I've already taken a sneak peek. Hi, Kathy. Oh, you all get excited? Not as much as I do. I get real excited. Don't want to get me started. I think these came from my good friend Julie West. These little images. They were stamping things that she made me. So I'm putting them in my book. I'm going to keep him forever and ever. And this is this. It's not really. It's a glue stick, but it is gummy. It's like a gummy bear. I'm down to the last of it. I don't like these gooey wooey ones. They work though. They do work. Oh, this was supposed to. This is a little geisha girl. Shouldn't I put that? Try to put that in my Japan girl in my Japanish book. I should, since this is from Julie West, and she's going in my Japanish book. I'm just going to put her right here on the back. Isn't that nice? Great. I got her in here. Oh, she made those by hand and cut them out and everything. Very nice. Thank you, Julie, if you're watching later. She lives over in Wales. In Wales. Okay. So anyway, what else you guys want to do tonight besides devotion and paint blobs? You all get to tell me. Boss me around if you want. Reach for the Japanese book. Yes, I did. Hi, Janice. How's Janice doing tonight? So, anyway, I've had a pretty good day. I did take a nap after I fell asleep on Gigi. I said, I'm just going to listen. I'm going to just close my eyes and listen. That's what I said to Gigi. So anyway, I was just piddling around to get till you all got into the room, and I have these two things lined up, and I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I've promised to anybody, but don't know. I don't. It seems like I promised to show somebody something today. Hi, Melissa. Melissa's here. I probably said I was going. Oh, I think I do remember one thing. Um, Teresa, and Cheryl, my two children, their names are interchangeable. Their names are interchangeable. But she was talking about a technique that Mary did the other day about painting. That is so cute. Painting out blackouting or black. It's a type of painting technique where you paint everything out except your image, and then you make a new page out of it on a magazine. And I can show that to y'all real quick. So, well, there's Erin. Hi, Erin. Allison's here. Oh, Heather's here. Oh, good. Heather, I watched your video a little bit ago about making alcohol inks, and I loved your video. And when you pull that collared tube out of the marker, you hold it with your tweezers and you can cut up the side of that straw, and that'll release a lot more ink for you, because you said it takes a while for it to bleed back into the alcohol, and it'll go twice as fast. Just wanted to share. Reverse collage. Yeah, this is kind of like a reverse collage. And so I can do that. And let me say hello to. Oh, it's Judy. It's the real Judy tonight. Thank you, Judy. Hi, honey. How are you doing? How are you doing? She's had a loss of family member this recently, and I am so sorry. And I know it'll be hard for a little while. There's Clint. Hi, Clint. Oh, yeah. Okay, Heather. But anyway, if you all haven't subscribed to Heather, her channel name is Craft and Share with Heather. And she also, oh, I watched Gretchen make her tie dye paper with markers, and that was really good. I ought to try that tonight. I've got something that I could use. I got a clear um, sheet protector type thing, and she made some tie dye papers. And let's see, I might be able to find a dolly or something to tie dye. That's what I got over here. If not, we'll just find some paper. We got plenty of paper. That was cute, Heather. I can do that for y'all. Show you all. And Heather had her daughter assisting her to make the tie dye paper. So okay, try it so we can see. Okay. Oh, okay, guys. You guys are coming in the room, and the chat is a flying. Chat's a flying. Um, but Judy, we're definitely keeping Judy in our hearts this week, as she had a loss, and very close, and uh, it's just devastating. And we will definitely keep you in for cheer up spirits. So let's cheer you up a little bit. You've been playing JoJo. Cheryl or Heather says I've been praying for JoJo and you guys. Okay, I don't know who JoJo is, but or unless you meant Josie, maybe. Uh, yes, it is. Um, so let's do that one first, and then I'll do the I wanted to say the tie dye paper. I'll show you the tie dye. But what you do is you find you a picture, any picture you want, and I just chose this one out of the magazine, and I'm just going to put a little piece of tape down to hold my paper down, and I can even glue it down later, but I just want to keep it from going all hobbling all over the paper. So then you find you a nice pretty brush, a nice little brush, and I'm going to keep the little girl, and I'm going to I guess I'm going to hit blue since I pulled it out first. So I'm going to use the blue, and I'm just going to paint everything out around this little girl. And you just take your time and go around her. And I think I got part of her arm. Oops! But that's okay. We're still early in the show. It's kind of watery, and I don't think I did a good job. And it didn't hurt a bit for me to wipe that off. Not a bit. So, anyway, I just sort of paint around her, and I leave her. It's kind of a reverse collage. Now, I do know that Dee Dee does this, and I think Mary does it. And this is where I got the idea of this recently from Mary. She was doing it the other night. So, so we got this little girl here, and she's been swimming. She's got her beach ball. And I'm not a an exact person. I'm just like, it looks good, then it's good enough. I'm a good enough person. It's good enough. But anyway, I got her ball. And I think circles are hard to do. It's not like a straight line. But anyway, we got her painted out. See how I got her painted out? Oh goodness, I've got you all twisted. So here's what Cheryl was wanting me to try the other night. She asked me if I could do it, and Cheryl will be in here in a few minutes as soon as she gets finished eating. And I think Teresa, she's been super, 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 super busy, and she's had family in town. And I heard something about jury duty, but I haven't heard any more from her about jury duty. I got this little guy down here. I guess I could try to keep him. And I kind of decided I might as well do a little beach scene with these two kids. So that would be cute. And I'm painting with a little brush, but it's working. It's a working. And I think it's looking pretty good too. So I painted that out. I should have left the fun. Can I get it back? Can she be saved? Almost. I think you can sort of still see it. Let's see. If not, I'll paint it out. And this is the first time I've kind of done this in this, doing it this way. I do reverse collages, but I usually don't paint very much out. I just usually just glue in pictures and make a new, just make a new storyboard. That's what I usually do. So this is a new thing for me too. Doing it this technique, specifically doing it this way. So there's the background. I think I've kind of lost the fun. I could write it in. I could still cover it up later. I'll wait and see how this works. So I gotta let this dry. Now, while I'm waiting on that to dry, I'll do our tie-dye paper that Heather's daughter did for us. And she used a piece of cellophane from the kitchen, and I'm going to use a sheet protector because it's on my desk. And what she did is she took some markers of various colors, and she said, "You don't have to use your good ones. You can use the ones you get from the Dollar Tree if you want. You don't have to use your most expensive ones if you have any expensive markers." And I've got these from the Dollar Tree, so I don't even know that I've ever used them, except I use the end for a marking tool when I make marks. I do know that. So anyway, she took she took a circle. Uh, she just made a circle or a design or a heart. You can do anything you want with your with this project. And I'll make a heart. And she called this tie-dye, homemade tie-dye paper. She had a doily. Oh, that was for the sprayings. I'm getting them confused. But you can do anything you want with your experiment. I was trying to make a circle. I can still do it. So there's a circle for our examples. So you take you can do it this way. There's no right or wrong, okay, in how you do this. You can make the heart, so you know you want to put ink, the markers down in this area, or you can just do the markers all over and do it that way. But you color in an area with different colors, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You just scribble it in, okay? And it kind of looks like a stained glass in a sense, but you don't have to dwell on it. Okay, you just mark it down a little bit, and then you just do different markers and different designs. We're filling in the space with a magic marker or any kind of color you want to use. And try some of this. And some of these markers don't do too well on this cellophane, but that's okay. I think that one's dried out. And I thought I had a couple more colors here. And it's not going down as thick as I'd like it. So I'm going to try another marker here. And they don't have to touch. You don't have to worry about touching them. We're just coloring. And then we're going to take some water, some spray water, and this is the first time I've done this. I wanted to get some orange on there somewhere. So I want to get some color down. That's what I did. And then I get some spray water. And I think I have some. And you're gonna mist your just with spray with water. And then you're going to take your designs and you're going to lay them down on top of the water. And they're going to pick up color. And she did use tweezers, so you wouldn't have to get your fingers in all of the color. So it's a kind of a clean art. Here we go. And here you have a tie-dyed heart. Isn't that the cutest thing? Then you have to lay them over and let them dry. Let's do this one. Isn't that cute? I love it. Gretchen, I love it. You did good, Gretchen. I love it. Isn't that fun? So anyway, you go over to Craft and Share with Heather and subscribe to her, and then you will see all of her videos. And this is in one of her videos. Now, if you think you need a little bit more color, you lay it back down in another spot. It'll take it. It'll take it. Yeah, I like that. And again, it gets watery. Your paper gets watery and it'll tear easy. So you can just lay this over and let it dry. So thank you, Heather and Gretchen. Hi, Brittany. Oh, okay. So there's a difference between watercolor markers and permanent markers. Brittany said if you use permanent markers, then you want to spray with a little bit of alcohol. Thank you. Did kind of was thinking something like that a few minutes ago, and I said, well, I'm just going to go with it. It's the first time I ever did it. So good to know, guys. You got to use all of the alcohol markers or all watercolor markers because this is probably is permanent and probably won't come off unless I spray alcohol on it. Okay. Okay. Oh, you can actually do fabric too if you have any solid. Well, I would say a solid light colored or ecru or a natural color would do good with this too. That is so cool. That is so cool. So, okay. So we did that, and I'm going to I have a tissue here. So I'm going to wipe this off. That was really good. Maybe I should do more. Let's see what wipes off and what doesn't wipe off. So it will stain. So if you use a piece of cellophane, Gretchen said to tape your cellophane down to your table, and then your cellophane won't slide all over the place. She did so good in explaining. She's a natural. I'm telling you, she's a natural. So I've got some color here. Let's see if I can find some alcohol. I know I've got some alcohol sprays. And you could do that with your alcohol sprays too. You could spray them down. Except I don't think my sprays work. But that's okay. We could pour it on. This is alcohol right here. Yes, the alcohol will take the permanent marker off. And when she was making her alcohol sprays, I was wondering what I was ever going to do with this eyeshadow that I have up here in my possession. And I can't remember what I bought it for, but it was for a craft project. And I've got some iridescent eyeshadow makeup. And she put a little bit of that in her alcohol bottle with her alcohol ink colors, and it made it shimmery. So that was pretty cool. That was cool. Let's see now. Let me get some more paper. The alcohol does take your breath away, so you need a well vented area. And I have 2 fans on. And voila. I like doing the hearts. So I'm going to try some more hearts. Hello, everybody in the room. I got busy doing this little craft project. So hello, you guys coming in. Wow, this has been a pretty butterfly. Wow, look at that. The alcohol markers are more vibrant. Uh, in color. And pink and blue make purple. You know I love to blend. And you could probably get it to move a little bit more. This is alcohol. And it's just rubbing alcohol. Okay. Cute. Looks great. Now the water, it has a more light, it's a lighter tones, and they're just equally as pretty. You know, they're just equally as cute. Definitely. Okay. Well, that was good. Put some of these back up here. Okay. I'm going to just hang on to this sheet. It's dry already. And maybe I'll make some more later. Let me check up with chat. There's Cheryl. Okay, Cheryl. She's back from dinner. Welcome back. There's Barbara for chicken pot pie. Hi, Barbara. Oh, Barbara says that she does not like to add alcohol sprays, um, or the mic. She doesn't like to add this to the spray because it clogs the spray nozzle. Gotcha. Okay, Barbara. Uh, Cheryl's getting ready to have some storms. Oh yeah, Barbara wanted to make a note that I have extra fans, to aerate my room, because I've got all of the fans in the chat room to help blow some warm air. Okay. All right. Um, Janet says she hasn't tried eyeshadow. Soak it, unclog your homemade sprays. I know. These are homemade, and I started out with um, alcohol, but now I do them with water because the alcohol usually evaporates a little bit in these cheaper bottles. And then if the spray doesn't work, I just take the nozzle out and just dot it on. Bye. Just make a mess. That's what I do. Uh, yeah, I've heard about putting them in water, and I just haven't done it. Okay. Uh, all right. Teresa is already streaming here. Teresa's been streaming. She's been doing live streams. So I don't know if she has a particular time that she streams, but she's starting to stream, and she's really good, fun to watch. So I definitely recommend subscribing to Cheryl C. Little Sister Spitfire. That's her channel name. And she's been with me from, I think, the beginning, since I started streaming, and she's been helping me, and she's full of good, great ideas. uh okay, Cheryl's going to look around, lurk a little bit, because uh oh, Cheryl says, I didn't know you had a Charlie. She lost his Oh, a friend has lost their cat, Charlie, and it went over the Rainbow Bridge. Okay, Cheryl, that's hard. Yeah. Is Renee in here too? Hi, Renee. Renee says trigger spray bottles don't clog as easily as the pump sprays. Okay. Okay. There's Esther. Hi, Esther. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do our devotion now, and before some of the girls go to sleep, and I think that we can try doing that. Let's go ahead and do our devotion, and I can get that out of the way, and then I can do the paint blobs, and then maybe we'll paint something. I've been liking the painting lately. So, and this Cheryl. I did this reverse magazine. I just did it before I did the tie dye, and I was talking about you, Cheryl, because you had asked if I could do it. So we can work on this after the devotion. Okay, we can do that. So anyway, I was just doodling around on this page the other day, and I don't know what's become of it, but it's going to turn. It's. I'm just going to scribble. Do some doodling on it tonight. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So tonight I wanted to talk about worry. And with so much going on in um our world today, there is there is so much worry. And believe it or not, young children, they hear the news and they worry. That worries them, you know, and they worry because it's unknown stuff that they don't understand all the way, and they worry. And when our children are worried, well, that you know it. It brings it up another notch for the parents to be even more concerned about it. But it does. I picked a Bible verse, and there's about 3 pages of Bible verses on the subject of worry. Actually, I got 25 results. In the No, it says results 15. That's I could do 25 per page or something. Anyway, the Bible verse that I'm picking out is Matthew chapter 6, and it's verse 25 through 34. And it says, therefore, I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, or what you will wear. It is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes. And then he goes on and talks about, look at the birds in the sky. They've got feathers, and they're clothed, and they find a nest to live in. They build a nest, and it's their instincts, to survive and to find food. And 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 Matthew is trying to tell us that we are much more valuable than that, and that we shouldn't worry. And so, what are some of the things that we worry about? Can you all think of anything other? Well, let's see. The COVID. We're worried about the COVID, and it's the 19 and the Delta. The Delta COVID's coming on. And so, what are some other things that we worry about besides getting sick? Hi, Joe.
Hey,
Were you reading my mind?
what?
I'm parched. He just brought us a soda in for himself, and it's been in the freezer, hasn't it?
No
It's
figuring.
cold.
Hey, what you all doing? AT,
What
ARTs?
what do you think is worry? What do you worry about?
About what?
Life, in your life? You worry about your family members because you care about them.
Yeah.
We worry about our families. We worry about bills and sickness.
Yeah.
I'm getting the chat room warmed up now. Finances and more family. Children, our children, they're different than our family. They're our children. They're our flesh and blood. I think when you have your own family and you have your own child, it's a different care. It's a different love. It's a different bond than just caring for your neighbors. It's much closer when you have when you've had the opportunity to either bear children or to adopt children. I think it is a special bond, a special bond. And
Especially if you get
we
good
worry
ones.
about our pets. Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh
put our
yeah,
pets.
my
We
pets.
do, we do. Brittany's got a 16-year-old cat, and I've got a 15-year-old dog. And I know one day the rainbow's gonna come for her, but it's gonna be okay though. It's gonna be okay. Uh, failing, failure. I see.
Personal failure,
Personal failures. Um, yes,
because that's
yes.
when you're young. You don't really think much about personal failures
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
your outturn of what you've done in life when you were young is what you reap in the seeds that you
Mhm.
sow
Mhm.
and see what you've created. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not so good. And it's too late to change it.
Mhm. And we have been having all of these weather things happening, and they're saying it's all global warming. The
If they can't come up with a reasonable answer and there's too much doubt, they just throw it on the global warming issue.
well, no, they do know. They know that the warming of the earth is happening. It's happening all over. It's not happening just here in the states, in the United States, but it's happening all over because the uh, the North and the South Pole are melting. And they know that. And that and it. I don't think that all of it is for us to blame. It's some of it, yes, but not all of it. And but we've had fires, we've had storms, tornadoes, hurricane, and there's another tropical storm in the Atlantic Ocean now that's coming over. Her It's tropical storm Fred right now, so he's gaining speed and coming up towards Florida. He's coming towards Florida. Esther's going to be to dinner. Okay, Esther. See you in a little bit. Have a good dinner. Um, so yeah, those are some things uh, that we can't control. Uh, the storms and the extra storms that we're having. um, yeah, safety and security for our friends, family, and community. Yes, yes, communities. And our community on here is important to us, and we're all over the world. And even if we're just half of the world, but just between all of us here tonight, we cover quite a few miles. So communities are not just close communities. We also are going through a warmer part of the universe. Yes, that's right. It's not exactly all our fault. it's a world thing. Absolutely, Becky. Thank you. And that's right. Okay. So anyway, one of the things that one of the things else I wanted to talk about is not necessarily worry, but it's also about being anxious. Anxious. And I have another favorite Bible verse that is in Philippians, and it's in chapter 4, verse 6. And it says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, and present your request to God." And that could be in the form of a prayer, in form of a meditation. It, uh, I think that it probably would be safe for me to say, even though we have different religions among us, we do believe in God. We believe in a God, or we believe that there is someone higher than we are, and more in control. And we have that faith to believe that that is there for us to have comfort in. And sometimes we can't when we do pray, sometimes it just helps to have something in your hands. And I got these little guys. See these little guys here? These are little dolls. They're little prayer dolls. And I don't know what year, the time frame that they became um, popular, but I've known about them all my life. And if you can see, they're little tiny dolls, and they have hair and face and clothing. And each one of these little dolls were made by hand. Okay. And these little prayer dolls were made in Guatemala, Mexico. And they're called prayer dolls. And what they would do, what the original stories, they used to give them to children, but you can give them to anybody because we're all related, and we can all use a we can always use, you know, something positive in our lives. And that's what these little prayer dolls are all about. And they're everywhere. And I've got a little story about how the prayer dolls from the dictionary on the internet, the Wikipedia, and it says worry dolls, also named trouble dolls, are Spanish, and there's a Spanish name for them, are small, mostly handmade dolls that originate from the high indigenous people of Guatemala in Mexico. Okay, and the dolls originated was a tradition and local legend about the origin refers to a Maya princess. A Maya is a Indian, and the Mayans lived on down towards the south of Mexico, and you get a lot of Maya Indians down where Costa Rica is, and all the way down the Panhandle, down in that area. Okay, and the prince's name was, I'm not going to even bother to try to pronounce it. This is the prince's name. It's LXMU Kane. Lexmu Kane. And the princess received a special gift from the sun gods, which allowed her to solve any problem that a human could worry about. Okay, so in tradition and in modern times, the worry dolls are given or lent to a brooding or anxious or sorrowful child, and then they would tell their dolls about their sorrows and fears and worries, and then they would hide the doll under their pillow before going to sleep at night. And it is said that the child relinquishes their worries to the doll during the night, so by the next morning, all of the child's sorrows are said to have been taken away by the worry doll, and they can move forward, being refreshed for the next day. So they've also played a newer role in modern times in modern pediatrics and child psychology. During a interview with children, some of the counselors had offered a worry doll to the child as some kind of an imaginary but trustworthy listener, and it was a contact person. So the doll in turn worked for the psychiatrist and the psychologists, the educators and the parents as some kind of agent or troubleshooter between the child and the adult, and that helped the child through their difficult times. So that's kind of what we do when we meditate to God or when we pray to God. We have a trust, a faith, a blind faith that's between us and God, that we know that our prayers have been gone up, and we know our prayers have been received, and we have that faith that the prayers will be answered or attended to in some way. And that's kind of what these guys do too. The children are using them between themselves and God, and they're giving the worries to them so that they can send them to the angels, and they can be hopefully solved, or the worry, the anxious, to be taken away. Yes, to be safe. Oh, Rachel says, uh, oh, okay. Um, let's see. Aaron, uh, I would like for you to in stop asking people for their information, please. Stop asking. This is not the time or the place to do it in. This is an art show, and we're here to do art and do what we need to do with our art. Okay, please. This is just not the time or the place. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue these little guys down. So, what do you all think about the worry dolls? What do y'all think? Okay. Uh, okay, that's our devotion. That's our devotion. Alrighty. Um, okay, that's it. That's all I have for the devotion. So we're not supposed to worry too much, okay? And I do know, we you get something on your mind, it's hard. it's hard. Um, it's hard to let go when you're worried about something. It's just hard because we worry so hard about it. Our heart hurts sometimes, but we do have to continue to have our faith and meditate and pray. And that's what this is all about. And sometimes we need an outage, when we go into our art, and that's good. You know, it's good to do that too. So there's our devotion. I'm gonna let that dry. And it just so happened I got these little worry dolls, and and guess what we're doing? We're talking about Friday. We're talking about dolls. We ought to try to make one. We should make a worry doll. I could probably gather enough stuff to do it with. Yeah, it is interesting, and it goes all the way to Guatemala, Mexico, and today in modern days you can buy these, and some of them are handmade and some of them are probably machine made, but I can't imagine a machine doing this job. I can't imagine it. They look like they're handmade to me. Okay, so anyway, I think that's, see if that's dry enough. We can go ahead and do our ink blobs next, and then if you want, we can either try to make some dolls, or um, I'll paint a picture or something for us. Okay, here's our ink blobs. Um, we've been having a lot of fun. Toothpicks and embroidery floss. Here you go, Teresa. And I think I have some of each. Okay. Uh, Cheryl says I ordered a prayer box off Amazon for my roommate when she was going through breast cancer treatment. Oh, that is neat. Yes. And you could put a couple of prayer dolls in the prayer box, and they will hold them for you, and until the angels take the prayers. I've done that before too. All right. I've already got them numbered. What do y'all see? Number 4 looks like a bird sitting on a tree branch. See if these markers will work. It could be a little nest. A nest. A little nest in here. Sitting on the nest. Here's the tree. There we go. A bird, a bird in the nest, and tree. I'll make sure I get it all in there. Okay. Number four. Uh, numbers. Rachel, do you don't have Facebook or Messenger? 6 is a bouquet of flowers. I'm making homemade flowers. Homemade flowers. I can even do better than that. Let me see if I can't find some. Let's see. Number 5 is a shorthand for fine. Well, it's a shorthand for fine. I don't know shorthand. Oh my gosh. And then a dollar signal symbol. I need more help than that. I can't. We're gonna put some we're gonna put some flowers on the bouquet. We'll try that. I got some flat flowers down here. There's our bouquet. Well, I dropped it. How's that for our bouquet? I blinged it up. Okay, number 2 is a lady sitting on the ground. A lady sitting on the ground. Okay. A lady sitting on the ground. Number 5, a clown face. Is this the 2 eyes and the nose? Two eyes and a nose for the clown. Magic dust, poof, and flowers appear. That's right. Well, I can't see the lady, but I'm looking for her. Oh, okay. Heather's birthday's Thursday night. We'll have a party. I'll see if I can't find some cake. Allison said yes. This is the eyes and the nose. Almost looks like a snowman, but I'll make him a clown. I can turn him into a clown. I'll give him clown eyes and a big red nose and a smile and some curly hair. Okay. And I have a clown book. I do. Joe bought me a clown book. It's got some clowns in it. Okay. An elephant. Where? Oh, is this an elephant? I see a trunk. I don't see a lady. Yeah, I could be Bozo. Sharon, Sharon, just tell me. Yeah, she says it's two legged. Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Sharon, which one are you talking about? Two heads, boobs, and legs. Hold your head on an angle. Okay. Is this the head? Is this the head of the lady? And then these are the legs? Two legs? I'm holding my head at an angle. I'm telling you, every little clue you give me helps. Okay, we're going to make her a lady. We'll make her a lady. Oh, shoot, you guys make me giggle. Okay. Well, let's see. Maybe I can turn these into shoulders and arms instead of the boobs. All right. There's a lady. All right. I see the lady. The elephant will have to look for somewhere else. There's three, one and three left. Give her hair. Yeah, I gave her some hair. I'm not an artist at all. I'm a doodler. Okay. Number one is a bird. Okay, let me look for the bird. Is this the beak of the bird? And then this one is the one wing. And then this one would be the outer wing down here. I'll wait for a reply. Yes. All right. Okay. So this is going to be the tail feathers. And this is the bird. And he's flying. He's soaring high. Okay, we got the bird. That's good. Okay. Or a rooster. I almost need a drink over there. I'm drinking the Sprite. Okay. We'll do something, Heather. Maybe I'll paint your picture that you showed me. The 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 silhouette picture of the tree. I'll paint that for your birthday. Sure, we can do that. Okay, we still got number 3. Wonder, I wonder. What could it be? Kind of like a flag. I kind of thought that too. I can sort of see a flagpole. I can sort of see this being the flagpole. Who do we know that has a blue flag? Yeah, it might be somebody's country. Let's look at the flags. I've got some flags on my phone. I did find a map yesterday of Canada, and these are the provinces. I'll show them to you in a minute. Um, uh, okay. Let me go here. And we want to go to, nope, not that. Where do I find all my all of these guys? Here we go. These here are emojis, and at the very end are the maps. So we've got some blue ones there that we could choose from. And we could go with a British one because it's kind of all blue with their cross up there. And there's one here. I don't know who it is. How do I find out who it belongs to? See what y'all saying. Rachel lives in Canada. Okay. Oh, for the Canada map. Greece has a blue and white flag. Okay. Perry is from Montreal. Woohoo! I was just going. I was just looking for anything that went with our blue flag, and I can't make these any bigger. So the Canada is red and white. So let's go with. I just don't know. I don't know how to look them up. Maybe I need to go on the internet. Let's try something else. flags. We're just looking for the perfect flag to go with our flag. We got the US, 50 countries. We've got internationals. I don't know what I'm doing. There are the world flags. Like I can, oh, here, they got names underneath them. Okay, let's pick out one. I was thinking of Northern Marciana Islands is blue. French has got a lot of blue in it, and it has this little circle here. There's a circle there, and then up here is a block, and it does have one red stripe. And we'll go with French. That'd be easy to do. Just want that's the only thing that's red. It's the Southern French Southern and Antarctic lands. So that's our flag right there. Mhm. How about them apples? Okay. How about that? So anyway, um, after I get finished with my other books, I'm almost done with them. I just have a few more things. I could work on those books tonight too. My Alice book and my other book over here, Australia book. But anyway, the next book that we're going to do is Canada. So if anybody has anything about Canada that they would like to send me, I will put it in the Canada book. So I'm starting to collect. And this is the first map that I have. And Canada has 12, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 provinces or territories. And they're kind of like our states in the United States. They're their states. They call them territories. And there's 12 of them. So we can definitely break that down into 12 and write them down. I could do a list of those, and I'll do that when I can. I can't really see all the writing really good right now, but anyway, this is right up above uh, Washington State, and this is over here beside Alaska, and this is called, I think, British Columbia. We've got Alberta. That one is way too small. Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, and then there's Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia is where our very good friend Ruthie lives. Canada. Thank you, Janice. Goodness gracious. I was in a hurry when I wrote it down. I just wanted to get because I it wasn't part of the devotion, but I had it printed out, and I anyway. I don't spell well. Okay, show where Rachel is. Okay, where is Rachel? Did she tell me which one she lived in? British Columbia is the green. From left to right, British Columbia, Alberta, yeah, Sasquatchian. I probably tore that up to pieces. And then Manitoba, Ontario, and Quebec. Yeah, but then you have Nova Scotia, and you live in Ontario. Okay, Rachel lives in the gray, and and they are all English, and then there's two of these have French as their primary language. English and French. Ontario. That's not Ontario. The gray. Oh, I'm sorry. She lives close to Niagara. Okay. Well, then you're down here in the southern part. She's like way over here. Something like that. Right. Okay. Okay. Yes, the gray one. Okay. All right. It's a small world, guys, and we're all in it. I've been to Niagara Falls. I went there for a school band trip. So anyway, we are going to be doing a Canadian book, and we'll have to be making one soon. I'll be making one as soon as I get another cereal box. On the very next cereal box. Well, we're right here. Isn't it awesome, Rachel? How we and I'm at the very end. I'm in Florida. I'm in the middle of Florida, Rachel. From top to bottom of the East Coast. Okay, so we did this. I think that turned out pretty cool. Oh, look, the clown could be juggling his balls. You know how they juggle the or they juggle the bowling ball pins. Mm-hmm. That's funny. Okay, so all right, moving on. I love our little worry dolls. I'll make some more paint blobs for Thursday. I did put a quote in our last painting, and I chose "Well, hello there." That turned out cute. So, yes, Barb Filion is up in Canada, and Manitoba sounds about right. Yep, we've got several Canadian friends. So, okay, it's still early. So, shall I try to make a worry doll? I'm going to try to make a worry doll. Hardy har har. Good night, Vanessa. Thank you, honey, for everything. I will see you tomorrow somewhere in the chat room. So I'm going to go over here and find me a little piece of fabric. Hi, Sue. Hi, Sue. Hey, I got an announcement to make for Sue. Sue has suddenly been foster parent to an adult kitty that just had 6 kittens. And she lives up in North Carolina, and she needs some help. And she can't find any place to put these kitty cats. And so she's looking for help. If anybody would like to messenger her, Sue, she would love some help financially with the cats that she can't afford to keep. But nobody will take them. So what does she do with the cats? Maybe some advice. 13. Oh my goodness. And she's feeding them. Oh, Vanessa's going to be on at Gigi at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Gigi and Vanessa. Okay. Okay, Vanessa. Um, Let me go over here, and I do have a skewer. And I think a skewer, I just like saying skewer. So anyway, we're going to make a worry doll, and we might make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to use the stick, and then I'm going to break the stick, and then there'll be arms. Like that. And we're going to get some embroidery thread, and we're going to get a little bit of fabric. Okay, Nora, you're going to have to move for me, baby girl. I've got fabric right here. Doesn't have to go very far. Nora didn't move a muscle. She zonked out on the floor. We'll use that, and we'll use some fabrics. Okay. I didn't know I was going to do this today, but I think we can handle it. Let's see what we can get into now. This is just little pieces of fabric, and I keep them all in this little pouch to art with. So I kind of like some of these. So what we need to do first is get some scraps started. Now, I don't tear my fabric as a rule. I usually cut my fabric, but I'm going to try and do a tear if I have the strength to do it. We'll see if I can. And I think that's going to work great. And I bet you I'm going to need 2 pieces. Wow, that was easy. And I could go ahead and, glue my uh, sticks together, or tie them to get wire them. Or I'm just going to just use my fabric, and I'll take my small one and use it like a rope. So the long one is the body, and the short one is the hands and arms. And I'm just going to wrap this around like it belongs there. So let's see if I can do it. And I'm just it's building up a little bit, and that's going to be part of his or her body. It's going to be part of her body. So it's going to be done loose. You could also wrap, I could do wool, around this. And I could felt it, together as a base. And that would be fine too. And as a matter of fact, I think I will. And so I'm going to leave that on there. That's okay. And I'm going to get some wool. And I have some roving wool that's real inexpensive. And if I can find some, instead of using all my pretty colors, I can use something inexpensive. And I've used it out of here. I need to get some more. I got more of it. The roving wool, the one that doesn't have any collar on it, is like half the price of the ones with the collar. And this is some of the wool that I'm talking about. So what I can do here is uh, wrap it around on my stake, and I can use the needle to felt it down with. And I have to be real careful if I'm not using my sponge. So I'm felting this wool on here. And what I'm trying to do is create a mummy. I was watching Gigi do this morning. She made a doll out of fabric, and she used wiring and floral tape. She had some white floral tape, and it worked out really, really well. And by the time she got it wrapped around everything, it looked like she had a mummy. It was cute, and but it was soft, like a like cheese ecru ecru cloth, or it was soft like uh, cotton fabric. And then she was able to dress her doll. So Gigi has a video out on doll making. If you want to go to her channel, I recommend it. And she's going to be on tomorrow with Vanessa. They'll be live. So you need to subscribe to Gigi so that you can get your notification to watch her tomorrow. So I'm just gently tapping this on. I'm not going real far because there's fabric there. It won't let me go through that fabric, but it will let me sort of uh, net it on there like that. I'm it's working out okay. And I got another little piece I'll put on this direction. So this is going to be the body of the worry doll. And I think I'm going to make a girl because I've got one stick down here and I can put a skirt on her. So I'm just going to continue to wrap this around her feet. And now that I've got a little bit of wool on there, you can also use cotton. If you have any cotton balls, you could put them down underneath your fabric to give your doll a little body. And that's the only reason why we're doing this is to give our doll a little body. So there's no right or wrong. Whatever you choose to do with your doll will be fine. And I need to do something up here for the head. So I'm working on the body right now. So I'm going to wrap this around her now and see how we go, how we do it. And this is going to be her shirt. And I'm not really going, I don't guess I'm going to have hands. What should I do for the hands? So there. But anyway, I sort of did a torso here. I need another piece. I'm going to need another piece. Okay. I've never done this before, so it's all new to me. Say, Rachel says, they're talking about dying. Uh, dot, as in call or die. Got to go cook dinner. Okay, Teresa, just paint over it, Heather. Maybe I should make a video on spaghetti sauce. Woohoo! Dyeing paper products. It's real simple. Way to go, Heather. I don't like to use food because it will attract bugs. And living in Florida, we have lots of bugs down here, so I don't want any bugs in my art room. Oh, Cheryl said Pierre broke a plate. Uh oh. Okay, so if you take embroidery thread and wrap it around the end of the arms, you can make a hand. All right, Rachel, that's a good idea. I'm a trying. As you can see, I've got some loose threads. I'm going to leave them on there. Won't bother me a bit. Let me see if I can't get this on there a little better. Being very careful with my needle. Okay. I might be able to just do maybe a little bit of fabric on the ends of my hands, for my hands. Make them like a mitten. And this might be a good idea anyway to tie everything down with. It's kind of like a string. It's curling up like a piece of rope. I like that. I guess I glue it down. It's permanent now. I've glued it.
Playing loud and I don't know why I can't sleep. I hate to take sleeping pills because I'm groggy all the next day.
Thank you, Joe. He brought me in my mail, and I think this is it's not Happy Mail. It's just some things I ordered. Get that down a little bit. Watching very carefully where my needle's going so I don't hit the table, hit the book, or hit my fingers. This was, oh, we may want to open this one. I think I know what this one is. This is called a cherry on top crafts. Happy Meal. I know what this is. We're going to use this tonight. It is so cool. I'm telling you. You are going to flip over this product. It's brand new to me. Never seen it before in my life. I hope it's a craft item and not something personal. Personal that goes into the bathroom. It's what I thought it is. Yay! Sizzix. It's my Sizzix. Okay, rabbit trail. Okay, Heather, I will, honey. If you take embroidery thread and wrap it around the end of your arms. Oh, that was Rachel's. Heather said, Beth, I was kidding. I had an accident with my spaghetti sauce slide on a project. Oh, I already figured that out. Yes, Heather, because you were cooking spaghetti. You're starting something good. And you know, that would be that tomato red would look really pretty on some paper. That's why I don't do coffee. I do faux coffee staining on my papers. And I have done that. That's fun to do, Heather. You probably haven't seen me make faux coffee papers, have you? Okay. This is called expand paste. So what you do is, I'm sure there's all kinds of directions on here, which I can't read. So, but the use with the Sizzix heat tool. Oh, we have to have the Sizzix heat tool, but I think I can alternate with my heat tool, a heat gun. Okay, you do need a heat gun. Okay, so you uh I think it's just different languages. So whatever you put this on, it then you use the heat gun there with it, and it will expand after we use it. So what we can do is use this on my doll and maybe we can use it for the hair. And I have a vision on what we can do with this. So okay, uh, okay. Well, um, I've done it before, and I can demonstrate it again, and but I'm going to finish my doll, and then we will do. I'll show you how I do my faux coffee technique, and the girls love it. They like it. They won't mind me doing it again. I'm pretty sure of it. So anyway, I've kind of got this tied down now, so now I can go ahead and make her shirt and see if I can't do it a good job making her shirt like that. It's going to be her shirt. And it's a wraparound shirt. Okay, that's all right. I'm going to glue that down right there. And I can still use my embroidery floss. Um, Cheryl's lost. Okay, I'm making a worry doll, Cheryl. I'm trying to make a worry doll, and and I can tie her waist, and I can also go around her shirt like that. And then I can tie a knot. I don't remember. I don't remember what video I was watching the other day, and somebody used this stuff, and I went straight to the push buggy and put it in my cart immediately. And it's like a texture paste. This would make a pretty skirt. See if it'll tear. All right. All righty. So let's see if we can put this around her. I guess I'm going to have to do it like this. So this is her skirt. Okay. And we'll get some more of this. Yes, Rachel, it's expanding paste by Sizzix, and I think it's something like the foam. Oh, okay. Well, you use it on your artwork, and we're going to use it in a minute. And then you put the heat gun to it, and it foams up and it expands. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And I had never seen it before in the art world. So, anyway, this is her waist. Okay, I'm going to go back up around her chest. And we'll trim this off and tie a little knot. Kind of made her some suspenders is what I did. Made her some suspenders. We'll hide the end up underneath there so she won't come unraveled. So here we got her there, and then I still got a little bit more things to do yet. So there's her skirt, and there's her top, and I think I need some more of this here. Uh, I do want to show it again tonight, Heather. I do. I would love to make some faux coffee dye paper for you. What's in the jar? Expand paste. That's all it is. Yes, it's going to be very interesting. It's going to look cool. We're going to use it on her hair. So I want to get another piece of this and fix her arms back a little bit. I've lost her. I've lost her hand. Oh my gosh! What a terrible thing to do. She's lost her hands. I didn't glue it to the stick. This is kind of like first aid. First aid dressing. You're dressing a doll. Yep, that's what we're doing. And see, I can even let some of this hang down for a belt. Oh, like a sari thing. That's what I'll do there. I'm going to glue it down right there. All right. I'm making it up as I go. if you haven't noticed. She's going to have to go bath and wash her clothes at the same time. So we're tying this around her and tying a knot. So that'll be part of her attire. Okay, looking good. Yeah, dry clean only. Uh huh. And then we'll do the other side. It's one of those traditional. Have you ever seen them dress a geisha girl? How they dress? They wrap her uh, in several different layers of items, like it's a ritual type thing. Hmm. I love this skirt. Makes her look uh, Mexican. Okay, so we'll fiddle with this here in a minute. But there's her bows, her tie-ties, and they're going to go down the side of her pant leg, her skirt there. Okay, so I am going to put a little bit of glue right in there because this thing's sticking out. And I'm going to fix it so that it doesn't stick out. Okay, so now I have to worry about her head and do something for her head. And I'm going to probably I'd like to do it in a plain collar. See if I have something plain. But I gotta make a head form. So and I might as well glue this down so she doesn't turn her head around like the Blair Witch. We don't want her to go round and around. So all I'm doing here is wrapping around some fabric. And I could very easily have stuffed it with a tissue or something. But I'm going to make her face. Okay. I need to wrap some more stuff around her head, and I'm really thinking a tissue might work, a napkin. So I'm going to take this tissue here and fold it in half and wrap it around her head. And we'll take a piece of string and wrap it around her head to hold it on. Like that. Now I'm going to put her head on. I'm going to wrap this around her for her head, her hair, and her head, and glue it on. And then I can trim it. I'm going to trim it. And I'm gluing her neck down. So this is going to be her face. Just hold that for a second. Oh, Barbara has returned from her domestic goddess responsibilities. Welcome back, Barbara. I'm making a doll. Hi, Allie K. Hi, honey. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to trim the top of her head, and she's going to look like she has one of those, what are those head wraps called? Where they put the fruit on her head? What's it called? Somebody smart, help me. There's got to be a name for them. And I've seen them in other cultures. They take their hair and wrap it up in a piece of fabric, the way we do a towel after the shower. So if I do this, I won't have to make her any hair. This is going to be her head. I've got that rolled up on her hair. I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to be. Maybe I should do it in a twist and do it in an. So I'm going to have to put some thread around her neck to hold her head on. I do have some glue on it, but it's just going to take a little while to dry. All right, I'm getting there. Tie this string around her neck. Okay. Is she looking like a doll yet? I'm going to cut this off. This is not working like I thought it was. Just too big. Okay. Everybody's singing. Rachel says it looks like a doll to her. Well, good. Let's give her some hair. Now we're in uncharted territory here because this is the first time. It's the first time that I've used this. And I'm just putting some of this, it's called texture expanding paste. And you just take a palette knife and dab it wherever you want to dab it. It's real creamy. I think it comes in different colors. Uh, so we're dabbing it on her. We're going to dab it on her a little bit. And as you can see, it's real soft. It reminds me of pancake batter. A bit on the thick side of canned pancake batter. And we are putting a little bit of this stuff on her. And I'm going to put another glob right there. Because I don't want her to look like she's got horns or anything. But she's got a hairdo. And this is the first time I've used it. Have no idea how it's going to be. But that's enough of that. So I'm just going to clean my palette off right like that and close the lid to this because it looks like it's going to last a long time. Looks like it's going to last a long time. So here's my little girl, my little doll, and I'm going to hold her on by her feet. And there's the texture paste all over her head. And I'm just going to get the heat gun, and I think I'm going to hold her in my right hand. So this is where the uh, adultness comes out. We have to have an adult with our art because we're using a heat gun. It doesn't really smell like anything. It's not strong like alcohol or anything or paint. A little bit of plastic, if anything. It smells like plastic. Okay, I think that's it. I don't see any more movement, but look how it expanded. So, what do you think? Don't cook it too much. Believe it or not, it's not hot. It was just on her hair. She was under the hair dryer, but there's her hair, and I could go over that with some paint and color it. It's hard. It's hard. It's not real hot either. Okay. There's that part. I am going to let her rest, and I have no clue if this stuff ever, rubs cleans up, or I have no clue. I don't know any more information about this, other than the directions are used with Sizzix heat tool to create unique flocking effects. It's like a flocking. Okay, I like it. So, hi, Letitia. So I think it looks pretty cool for hair. It's still a little soft, so I'm going to let it dry. Let it rest a minute. And I want to do a demo um, for some faux coffee tech, faux coffee tea stain techniques, and I have to go get a bowl. So, oh yes, the Tony perms. Oh, heaven forbid. God bless the Tony perms. They were awful every single time my mom did our hair. It was terrible. She frizzied it every time. Demo, 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 demo. Uh, yeah, it's kind of like a perm, isn't it? One of those hair fondue hairdos. Okay, so other than putting some beads on her, I think she's almost kind of done. I'm going to do her face. Uh, I think I better do it with an ink pen because um, a felt tip would probably bleed. I'm just going to give her a little angelic, angelic look. Just a little, just a little something to give her a face. Kind of looks like George Washington powdered wig. This is great. Okay, I think she looks pretty cute. I don't know that I'm finished with her yet or not, but I think I am. I don't think I can do any more. She's just a little worried doll. We're going to tell her all our worries tonight, and she's going to take care of it. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me go get a couple of bowls, and I'll be right back. Okay. Now you can use anything that you want, any kind of bowls. It doesn't matter if you. I just used kitchen bowls, cereal bowls, and this is how I do my faux coffee marking stains. You need a little bit of water, and you need some paper, and you can use colored paper if you want. I'll use this, and I'm just going to. I will cut them in half, just so that I'll have 4 pieces of paper. And I'm gonna move her over and let her dry. It's really cool. It's like it kind of feels like a little bit like popcorn. Mm-hmm. So as you can see, I've got 2 bowls. I guess I should move my pad out of the way. And so I don't know how you drink your coffee, and I don't know how dark you want your coffee to be, or tea. But we can do a light shade and a dark shade, and you just need a little bit of water, not a whole lot. Don't need a whole lot. And I did use gold the last time I did this, And the gold went to the bottom, and this is almost empty. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to put all my water in one bowl. And this has got water mixed in with it. This is the last of this gold. I've got some more gold up on top, but um, the gold does settle with in the bottom of this. But I'm going to use all of this up today, and I'll tell Joe I need some more, and he'll get me some more. And then you go around into your room and you look for anything that has a round, a round bottom. Like this can go in the water, won't hurt it. And that's all the water you need. You don't need a whole lot. Depends on how much you're making. Now, if you're going to go into the kitchen and you're going to use all the countertops, that would be great too. But you can use your any kind of little bottles you have. Now, in this bowl with the water, I'm going to add a chocolate brown so that we can get a good coffee color. And I'm thinking this is almost empty. So I'm going to use all of this. This is a good thing to do this, is use up all these old paints and get them out of my room. So I'm going to take some of this water and make a mess. I'm going to pour it in here like that. And I've got some napkins over here. So I'm not making a mess. Just a little bit. So I've got some brown in here, swishing it around, and I'm going to empty this out. And this is our coffee. Now you can pick whatever shade of coffee you want, and you can tweak your shades to light, medium, and dark, cream, cocoa. This looks more like hot chocolate. So I've got hot chocolate and I've got gold. And so I'm going to go around here and take a couple of these bottles and just dip them down in here. It wasn't mixed up very good. And then I'm just going to take them and lay them on my paper. And there I am making coffee stains and wet marks. And you can keep dipping them back and forth. And then you just let your papers dry. And that's it. Mark making. Let it drip. I don't mind the drippy parts. I don't mind it dripping. And then you just pick them back up and put them back in your bowls. And you've got coffee stains. If you want to use something a bigger round like this for a coffee cup, you can. And I'll just get another piece of paper. So there's your coffee. If you want to let it drip, I think that's appropriate. So you don't need much water. I'm talking an ounce of water is all you need. I got too much, but that's okay. I'll use it for something. So here's one sheet. I'll just lay it over here to dry. And now I'm going to do like a coffee cup size. A couple of these. And the gold really does show through after a while. The gold will show some sparkle here. This is the gold, and it will show. It's a little bit different colors. So you can do different shades. So, any questions? But it's really cute when you have different sizes, and I like to use this one. This is a little salt pepper shaker, and it's got one, two, three, six, eight sides, and I like using it because of the sides. And there's your big mug. There's a big mug. So really, what you're doing is mark making, and I got way too much, way too much. Overdid it. It's okay. So, did Heather see it? Did she leave? Is Heather in here? Yeah, she is. Okay. Okay. Yes, it does make interesting marks. But again, I live in Florida and I didn't want the smell. I know coffee smells good and tea, but I was just afraid that since it was in the food line, I would stick to the craft line. Not that I still can't get any critters in here, but now when you use gold, you got to keep stirring it up a little bit because the gold settles in the bottom. And then here's this salt shaker. Let's see if I can't get another one. Yeah, I just like it. So anyway, this is how you do it. And you can even use pale colors, other colors, if you want a berry, a red, or cranberry or something like that, looking like beets. Instead of using the real food, you can actually just use your paints. And I definitely have too much brown here. I'll be able to use it for a couple of days, and I will. I won't throw this out. I'll use it. And something is making me cough, and it's probably this 100-year-old brown paint because it's really old. I'll get me a cough drop. Hi, Rebecca. What's Rebecca doing? We're a crafting. Becca, you're not going to believe what we've been doing. Oh my gosh. It has been a crazy night, and it's only 8:30. We got another hour and a half to go. Yep, we do. So one of the girls didn't see how I made my faux coffee stain paper, and this is how I make my faux coffee stain paper. And I use collars. What in the world kind of We're making coffee dyed paper. Does that look like coffee dyed paper? Faux coffee. It's fake. Oh, hey, do you have any of this, Rebecca? She is good about getting all kinds of cool products. I've got to show you how this works. I made hair on my doll, my worry doll. Look at her hair. Let me demonstrate it. I put this goop on her hair, and then I put the heat gun to it. Have you seen it before, Rebecca? There you go, Rebecca. Just spill your coffee. You've heard about it. Okay, it's called expand paste, and it goes on real goopy, real thick, like hand cream or something. And then you take the heat gun to it, and then it pops up like popcorn or flocks or whatever, insulation. I should put a little bit right here down on her, make her spit curl. I'm going to make this girl a spit curl and show you how it works. I got to put my water away though. And if you're in a hurry and you want to, your papers are still too wet, your papers are wet and you're in a hurry, you just take your extra paper and lay it down on top of the wet paper and make a carbon copy to dry it. Yes, it would be great snow, Barbara. Think of what we're going to be able to do with winter coming on. We could make snowmen, waves on the ocean. Ooh. Mm-hmm. So now these papers are going to dry faster. Okay. We're going to let them dry. And I'm going to demonstrate, and I'm going to find a very, 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 very safe spot. You heard that. A safe spot for this water. Mm-hmm. Moving the water. Okay. Don't make any sudden moves and we'll be okay. So this time I'm going to use an old paintbrush that's not very good, like this one. It's got a permanent curve in it. That's from leaving it in the water all the time. And the hair permanently curled that direction. That's why you should not leave your paintbrushes in the water. Don't do as I do. Do as I say. So we're going to use this, and that way if I tear this up and can't get it clean, I can throw it away. I'm not worried about it. Okay. So this is what it looks like. It has one of these protective plastic cups on top. Take it off, and it's kind of a pancake batter. Look, it looks like pancake batter. So I'm going to take my doll, and it's almond, but it heats up white, and you can paint it. So she's got this curl thing going. I'm gonna make her a spit curl on her forehead, and you can see you can. It's thick. It's thick like hand cream or face cream, and it doesn't really smell. It has no smell to it. So I don't know how it's going to work with I painted on. I'm going to have to just do a dab. Um, it's not. It's trying to work for me. I know you probably can't see it, but it is on there. So I'm going to put this in water and see if it comes clean. Because I don't know. It wipes off. So I don't know if it'll stick together, if it'll stick my brush together or not. Not, I don't know. So here I'm going to get the heat gun now. I'm going to put the lid back on my stuff to preserve it. We don't want to do that. So I'm just going to use the heat gun. Do you see it? Did you see it? Yeah, yeah. So I put her little spit curl, and we can, like I said, we could paint her hair. I can use the brown water and paint my worry doll. She's my worry doll. I'll use the same brush and see if it works. Yeah, it seems like it's working. So this is just brown paint mixed up with a little bit of water, so it's watered down. So I'm going to see how well it paints, and I think it'll take it. We're giving her a do. I like it. It reminds me of like modeling clay or something, but you can't. When I put this on her hair, I dabbed it on with the palette knife. It's it's not clay. It's soupy, but I love what I did. Genius. Whoever made it was a genius. It's absorbing the paint. And of course, I'm using watered down paint. I'm sure if I painted it a solid color, it would be fine. So there it is. She got her hair done. I keep finding white spots. It's like it absorbed the paint. Okay. Let's see how that works. Okay. Sue said, Sue said, kind of great stuff in the can, huh? It's good stuff. It's kind of spongy, foamy. It feels like popcorn. And it reminds me of air dry clay too, and that's what I was saying. But you can't. mold this stuff in your hand like clay. But after it's puffed up, it bubbles. I did. Don't go ahead. I did. Now I'm going to use the gold. I'm going to give her some gold highlights. Now, whenever you put gold in your bowl, it does settle. And so I've got this bowl tilted. So the water's all the way down here, right here. That's water. And I'm getting into the gold, the pure gold stuff. And I'm just dabbing it on. I'm not really painting it on. Give her some highlights. And I put that expand stuff on fabric. So it'll stick to anything, I would think. Just about anything. And I just wanted to put a little bit of gold on it for texture, highlights. So, okay, there she is. But this is our worry doll. If you missed the devotion earlier, hi, Angie. Okay, Angie. Okay, Angie, you can ask me a question. Um, so I did do a worry doll, a worry devotion on worry today and being anxious. And if you'd like to rewind to the front of the video and watch it later, you may. And what else did I do today? We did that. We did paint blobs already. No, I haven't looked today, but I was looking for it last night, Angie. But I will look for it to make sure you got it, because I couldn't email. I didn't have yours, but I will definitely want to look for it, sweetie. Let's see here. I don't see it. What are the first three letters in your email address, Angie? Just the first three letters. Everybody saying for Angie to feel better. Oh, Barbara, that sounds cute though. But that reminds me of a little doll that I used to make. Okay, Cheryl. If I had the first three letters of her email address, I can do a search. Nope, it's not in my junk folder. Okay. You did the tie dye paper technique. I did. We did a tie dye technique. Let's do it again. Let's use up this gold. Put some gold on her. We've done all kinds of goodies tonight. So I've got some paint. Oh, that must have been coming from her hair. It dripped off of her hair. Okay, that's all right. So let me put up my fabric. I think we're done with it. We talked about the worry dolls, and the worry dolls are so cute. So these were our little worry dolls that we have. And we tell our worries to them when we told the story of where it came from and Guatemala, Mexico, and all that jazz. And you tell your worries to them and put them under your pillow, and they take your worries away. Okay, so we did that, and we're going to do the tie dye again. Let's do the tie dye again. I need some more paper, and you can use any kind of fabric. Um, uh, Anything new white. We could do envelopes. Let's do some envelopes. I could do some envelopes. And you use a sheet of, I'm using a plastic sheet protector, but you can use cellophane if you want to. Um, you can use foil, you could use wax paper, anything you got. And this right here is a little bit of gold and brown mixed. And I'm going to do a slap and dragon. Y'all know how to do slap and dragon? You slap it and then you drag it, and it's a slap and dragon. I learned that from Dee Dee. Oh, you have a set of worry dolls? Hi, Joe. What are you laughing at me for? Huh?
Did you put something on the background?
Huh?
Some underwear.
I didn't do it.
Okay. Oh, it's no big deal.
Um,
I had to let her go.
Let her go. Let her
I told her
go.
if she didn't have dinner, eat dinner by 6 o'clock tomorrow, I wasn't going to call her.
Okay, you're talking about your mama?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, we discovered that through Heather's young daughter, Gretchen, showed us. I watched a video. So if you haven't subscribed to Heather, Heather makes videos and she's uploading them, and she's starting to do some more live. But she's uploaded a couple of videos, and I've liked her videos, all of them so far. And her daughter demonstrated how to do tie dye, making tie dye paper. And I made one earlier tonight, and I think it's in here. It's right here. Oh, we got to finish this up, Cheryl. We started a paint out thing. So this was the tie dye paper that I did according to Heather's daughter Gretchen's guidance. I learned it off of her video. Now there is a difference between watercolor uh, markers and alcohol markers. So you want to do one or the other. If you use watercolor, then you're going to need a spray bottle. And if you've used this alcohol markers, then you need to spray it with alcohol. So, and I have that too. So I did kind of both, not realizing which is which. And so I'm not quite sure if I have any watercolor markers, but I can try. I'm thinking these highlighters are watercolors. And anyway, you just pick a spot on your uh, your sheet protector or whatever you're using, and you start scribbling some of your markers. And if the gelatos are watercolor, you could use gelatos, and I think they're watercolored, so that would be good. I could even use my these ink tints crayon things I got. These would work because they're water soluble. So anything water soluble would look good on your drawing. So you just put a little bit of, scribble it on there, and get you another color and scribble some more. And then you're going to spray this with water, and it's going to look fabulous. Just fabulous. And I'm not paying attention to anything. And there's white even, that I'm using white paper. So anyway, this is how this works. And then once you get done with your markings, you're going to spray it with a little bit of water. And I got a couple of more markers here I'll try. And there's that one. And here's this one. And that's good enough. Put those out of the way here. And so I'm going to I was going to use some of this gold. So let me get some of this gold out. I'm just going to use a little fat brush here, and I've got the water settling out of the bottom, so I can get the gold off the top, and I'm just going to dab it out onto here in various places. No, not paying attention where, but the gold settles onto the bottom. So there's that. That's I'm going to do that. Put that back in the water, and I'm going to spray this. Put that over there for safekeeping. And we've got our envelopes, and I'm just going to mist it with the water. Just like that. And let it soak it up. Let me check my email for Angie again. Did she come back? Nope, I don't see it. Okay. So anyway, I'm using the envelopes, and I'm just going to lay these down in the water and let it soak up a little bit, lift it right up, and then you have tie-dye material right there. And this will be cute. Cute, cute, cute. That looks good to me. So I got 2 more envelopes to play with. So you can see what's picking it up. And that gold is going to give it a shimmer. So I'm going to get some more down. more. So there's yellow, and here's a blue one. So I'm going to spray it. Now, Deanie, we have children in the room. So I hope it's Darn. I can't see. My glasses won't let me see. Okay. So there's another one that's tie-dyed. Looks pretty good to me. Activated some of that up there. Okay. Okay. So there is our tie-dye demonstration. I'm going to start taking some pictures because I have forgotten everything that we've done. We've done this. We have done reverse collage. We're working on that one. It's in progress. And we did the worry doll. We did worry dolls. And we did the paint blobs. Paint blobs were funny. Funny. Got those. We're going to work on this next. We talked about Canada. We're working on the new Canada stuff. Okay. Jeannie's rated G for grown up. Is that for grown up? Lovely chat with her in class and nice to meet them by the phone. That's nice, Rachel. Types words. Oh, spell check. I know it takes over. It's got its own language. Okie dokie. So anyway, this was a magazine page that I had just tore out of a magazine earlier today, and Mary was doing this the other night in her stream where she painted and black out everything on the page except for everything that she wanted to show, and then we get to paint the rest ourselves. And this was just in a magazine, and it was a water park commercial ad, and I'm going to take it and put it right here on this page, and I'm going to glue it down. And we'll put it in here permanently. I did, Barbara. Here's my worry doll. We worked hard on her. I made her hair, and I used my new product. I haven't taken a picture of her yet, so let me take a picture of her. So I'm gluing this down. And we hog tied her down. She's tied to the stake. She's tied to a stake, which is a skewer. So we did her, and we used this. I want to take a picture of that. Right. No, I just glued them on the page. The devotion page is all I did with the worry dolls. And this is a grown up, this is the bigger version of these. Okay. So I put a spit curl on her and demonstrated it again. on how to use the paste. I did it twice. And we will be using this. I'm just going to leave it on my desk for a while so that I can start using it. I just got it today. Okay, Barbara. Yeah, we just did the big girl. We did the big girl. And and really, she doesn't require anything else. Now, if you want to spruce her up with some beads and things like that, you can do that. Maybe put some buttons on her. I could do a couple of buttons. Couple of buttons. We got some buttons we could put on her. Okay. So anyway, we did her tonight. And there was the worry dolls. And we're working on this for the last part. So far, we're back to this. We did some tie-dyes. So those are cute envelopes. They just need to dry. And I get to paint on this some more. So what I will do is decide what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to use this brush. So, oh my goodness, Jughead rolled out of the bed. Oh my goodness, I hope he didn't get hurt. I've rolled out of bed before. I was running, trying to get away from something. What was I running from? Something scared me in my dream. And I was running, and I literally leaped out of the bed. It's been a while. And one time, my legs fell asleep. Now, how do both of your legs fall asleep? I don't know. And I got up out of bed and I fell flat on my face. I woke up real fast after that, but I couldn't get up. I still couldn't get up out of the floor. I had to crawl back in bed. because my legs were asleep. It was awful. It was really terrible. So anyway, I'm just kind of painting a beach scene here with our reverse paint. It's different. It's reverse painting versus reverse collage. It's a little different. But it's all mixed media. And what we can do is I'll try to use my expand paste to make some waves. Okay, that looks good. So I'm painting. Everybody doing all right? Oh, and for sand too. Yes, Rebecca. I was going to do for waves. Waves and sand. Okay. He was probably going, who did that? What was going on? Who did that to me? Uh, who done that? Who done it? And clouds. I can use it for my clouds. Mm-hmm. Okay. I need some of this. I think it's the same shade. Very similar. It's all right. We can work with this. I need some blue. I'm making it up as I go. I have no idea what I'm doing. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Making it up. All right. Can y'all see down there? All right. What else here? We got to put some of this stuff down. Now, I don't know, but I'm thinking I can mix it with color. So we'll have to have a little palette. This is my palette. And I'm going to use my brush and dab it on here. But the only thing is, it expands white. So I got to see if it'll mix in with this paint. That's what I got to find out. So I'm just painting it on there. We got to find out. So there's our sand. I'm going to try it first. I'm going to hide that. And I'm going to heat this up first. This is going to look good. It's got a plastic smell, but it's not offensive. It's not offensive. But I do smell a little bit of a plastic. It's not it's not like in the microwave plastic melting, but that's the sand. That's what I did. I just painted on top of that brown. So the next thing I'm going to try, and it is very textury. I like it. I'm going to take some of this, and I'm going to mix white with it. And see how it works with mixing paint with it. There's no directions with it, so everything you do is experimental. But I don't mind doing it. So that mixed up real easy with the white. Now I'm going to use my palette knife and I'm going to make some clouds. Like that. I love it. I love it. Okay, so that was the white. I'm going to hide this because I'm going to use the heat gun again. I'm going to turn my paper upside down so that way I won't melt anything up yonder. So here we go again. These are for the clouds. I put white paint in it. I should show you a before and after. Details. This is the texture before, and it looks good just like that. It does. But now here's the text. Here it is. It sort of reminds me of crackle paint, the crackle paint stuff. And I don't know that I have any of that kind of stuff. That's kind of what reminds me. But it, instead of cracking, it bubbles up. It swells. Okay. And it's very textury. It's swelled up like that styrofoam insulation stuff. And it feels like styrofoam. But it's on there. I mean, it's not going to come off. And here's the sand again. Now, I didn't think about just doing swirls. I could have just, well, I'll do that with the water because we're going to do water next. So I'm going to need some, I'm going to mix it with blue, right? I'll do half with this blue and half with the other blue. And you just need that's all the paint you need. You don't need it. I got like a little bit less paint. And it doesn't take long to mix it up. Lickety split. So I am going to kind of like to do some of these. That's really not what I want. I'm going to do something else. Instead of that, I'm going to get my brush back. Get my little brush back. And I'm going to do some waves. I don't know, I'm just goofing off. Make some waves. And you don't need a whole lot. I mean, that's about it. I was just going to use a different color. Sand, waves, and clouds. But you could even paint a bird. I think I'll try a bird too. And then the white, which would be, excuse me, the white natural When this swells up, naturally, it turns really snow white. And I'll put some down here, white caps down here, coming up on the ocean, and they'll be white. And it's hard to really see because it evaporates. It turns translucent. So it's shores crashing up, water. It's got a buttery texture to it too. It reminds me of, it's kind of slick, like butter. Creamy butter. So I'm going to try that much and see what that looks like. Here we go. So you just used it all over my page. Beach, the waves. Now, I just thought of something else that would probably be really, 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 really cool to try. Let's see. Oh, Rachel's got to go to the phone. Okay. All right, sweetie. I'll talk to you later. Um, but seeing how that this stuff works very good with a palette knife. It works good on the palette knife. Um, and it reminds me like marshmallows too. Marshmallow cream, sticky. Um, but it doesn't work well with paintbrush. Okay, I don't like really what I did with the paintbrush. I like my page, but it's I don't care for using the paintbrush. So what I'm thinking of is putting some of this ooey gooey stuff and put it in a little baggie and then snip the corner off of the baggie and use it like pastry icing and do it in that format in a gooey squirty tube, like I don't know that it's like a tube. I need to squirt it out of a tube to put it on. That would probably work. Yeah. So, but it's very textury and it's rubbery and it reminds me of dried up marshmallows or popcorn. It's a foamy. I recommend it though uh, to adults or adults. I do recommend it. I think that there's a lot of things that we can do with this uh, that is art worthy, mixed art worthy. And I know this isn't the exactly the way I wanted it, but I got to use the texture paste, so it was good. The expand paste, and I'm happy with it, regardless of its learning. We're learning about it. So there's your reverse magazine paint out. That was a magazine. We paint out. I painted it out of the, painted it from a magazine. So there you go. I've never done that before. There you go. That's cool. That is real cool. I like it. Oh, I was going to try to do birds. I'm going to still try to do birds. So I've got my palette and I'm going to add a little bit of black or real dark navy. Well, that's not real dark, but see if there's any more left on here. Let me get some black out. This is good enough. And this is tempera paint. It's different than acrylic paint. It's like translucent. And Joe bought me a bunch of it, so I'm trying to use it all up. But I don't think it's going to be my favorite go-to paint. But but it's for crafting around with. I don't see a problem. So I'm gonna get my little paintbrush back out. Get me another towel. And I was just going to do a couple little birdsy up here. And I've got this expand paste in it. That was the last of it. And we'll have 3D birds, maybe. Let's see if they turn out. Yeah, they're working. A little bit. It worked a little bit. I didn't have a lot of product, but it did work on the birds. Okay, there's that. I'm going to throw the rest of that away. Okay, I just got an envelope from you. Oh, probably from when you were on the bingo the last time. Probably so. Also got happy mail from Joy, and I'm going to make a video in a little bit. Okay, okay. Well, I'm going to get off here shortly, in the next few minutes, and if you guys have not subscribed to Craft and Share with Heather, you need to. She's a keeper. She's going to be a keeper. I'm just telling you. So, so anyway, this is a thumbs up. Thumbs up. So I think I'm going to let this dry out a little bit more. Earlier this month, I had a lot of company, and I was late in getting a lot of my mail out, and some of it sat here for a couple days and didn't get out, and that's just normal for me. Thank you, thank you. So okay, so we did that. We did this. We used it on here too. We did a great job in demoing it tonight. Telling you. So I'm going to see if I can't put a few of these things up here. So, what else can we do tonight? We've done a lot. We've done a lot, I'm telling you. I need to empty this out into here. I can do, I can piddle. I can piddle around on my desk. Um, we can, okay. I did. We did paint blobs. We did faux coffee staining. We did tie dyeing envelopes. We did a lot tonight. We demoed the Sizzix. We made a worry doll. We even had a devotion. It was all good. All good. So I'm going to save this, and I have a little uh, doololly thing to put it on for keeping. Just have to get it all untangled now. There we go. So I'll just wrap this up, clean this mess up. I think I got this. I got it on Walmart.com, I think, or Amazon.com. Let me get. I've got the paperwork right here. I got it from Walmart, and there was a little shop that sold it. So I went to Walmart.com, and I'm thinking it was $15 or $16. Didn't say the price. And the box has a cherry on top, a cherry on top crafts. And it's Minnesota, I think. So if you go to Walmart.com or Amazon, Amazon will probably have it too. It's Sizzix. This is the brand name, Sizzix, and it's called Expand Paste. And I got the white, which is almond color, but it turns white. So I did add white to it as well. I added paint to it on here and the sand. And then I did the white. I left it natural. This was with white paint, and this was the natural color of it, the product. And the white paint makes it brilliant white. So if anybody was taking mental notes. Prima, okay. I'm sure it has other. I'm sure that there are. It's not the first time. Yeah, it's just my first time with this product at all. Uh, so that's great. It probably, if you type in expand paste, you know, I'm sure that maybe there's more people to make it. Yeah. So I can recycle that, and I don't need this one, and I don't need that one. Can't keep everything. So that's good. There we go. I did this the other night. It was a lot of fun. Joe did it for me. So these can go back into my fabric swatch bag. And this is cute. If you have any type of little clear bag, this I think came with some curtains in it or something like that. And the bag, I've just got little swatches in here, and it's good to grab for when you're doing small projects and you don't want to get all of the bolts out. The bolts and bolts and bolts of stuff. So this is good to have at your fingertips, and it's not on my desk, but it's close to where I can find it quickly. So that's a good one. How's our paint doing here? Might have to let that sit overnight. Let's see, what did I do with my water? It's thick at the bottom. So I'll give it a little bit of liquid. So anyway, guys, I think I'm going to quit just a few minutes early. And Joe's made dinner, so I'm going to go in there and get me something to eat. I don't think I've eaten anything yet today. So some crackers maybe. So I'm happy. I'm happy. So I'm going to let this sit here while I'm gone and let it drain. So it's going to drain. Okay, you're welcome, Rebecca. Were you on this morning? I don't remember this morning. I think I slept through this morning. I think I did because I was up. Good night, Teresa. Thank you, sweetheart, for your help. I'm really thankful that I had you today. I needed what you did. You did good for me. Thank you. So so anyway, I'll be back on Thursday, and we'll try to finish our starfish that we started to felt. And thank you, Heather. And Heather said that she might come on in a little bit. So you all go and watch for Heather to come on. She's going to, she does good. You guys are going to love her. Okay. And so I'm going to say goodnight. That's it. That's all. I have no more worries. All my worries are gone. I'll have to show her off Friday at the hop. Good night.